All right, so Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. Today is Tuesday, April 23rd, 2019. We're looking back at Sunday right now, and I was talking about how you can tell that there was kind of a big movement when you see the Bollinger Bands widening out like this. And you can see them as they get closer and tighter. They're holding. Anyway, this right here was end up being highest volume on the trading session, although you wouldn't have known that at this period in time. It ends up being what I would call a failure bar as the market continues to move up roughly another $1.20 from this area. So this is a news driven day yesterday and Sunday into Monday. It was all news, and it was on the Iran cutting off Iran to 0% or zero gallons coming out. That doesn't mean that they're not going to be able to give oil out, though. It's just that U.S. isn't going to take any of it. But don't get mistaken, Iran will still sell to Russia. They'll still sell to China. I mean, they've got places to go other than that. They'll still sell to other places. So it's not like Iran's going to be knocked out of the market. And it's not like our military is going to be sitting on the outside of Iran saying, no, you can't have anything come out. And that would send us into World War III right there. So I believe it's an inflated move right now. This whole up move is inflated off of news. And usually you sell the news, buy the rumor. So the news-driven report brought us up over $66 a barrel. And I believe the market will adjust for this at some point. So this is where we were Friday into Sunday, right? Or right as we open up. So if we look back here, we're looking around 6,400. And right now we're trading about 65.65. There's still about $1.50 available to come down, in my humble opinion. All right, that's kind of my spiel per se. Let's go to current market. You can see we're obviously trading down off of the highs of the 66. What was yesterday's high? Yesterday's high was, let's go back and look. $422. Yesterday's high says 65.99, so we didn't breach the 6,600 level. So 65.99, and it's been trading off of that. So we're actually pretty close to 60. That's not true. That's got to be higher than that. We didn't get over 65.99 yesterday. Yeah, I guess we did. 65.99 was high, and then Sunday into Monday into Tuesday, you can see that this looks like about the high right here around the 66.20 mark. So right now currently we're trading 66.19 is the high of session, and also the high swing high for a while here lately too. If we're looking back, coming top down. I thought we got over yesterday. I thought we got over, I guess we didn't. We got to 59.99, 65.99, excuse me. And today's high, you can see at 66.19 right now. So see it swinging up here. It's been basically swinging up since, December 25th, Christmas 6th, December 26th. We've been having a swing up, and then you can see the dailies. Now it looks like, let's just throw this in here again, Fibonacci number. So we're trading above that 38.2% now on the dailies. And 50% is way back here at, so we've overshot right now, $5,900, $60 a barrel. Expect a pullback back to around this area at some point. Whenever that happens, who knows? Moving down to hourlies. So this is the movement we're kind of looking to retrace a little bit. But we need to look back probably about to here. Get a picture of how far the market could retrace down to. So we're looking basically the market to get back down to S1 here. Let's leave that on the charts today. Easily reaching down here to the 6,500 level on movement. Actually, let's go back here. So we have our 200 bar way down here on the hourlies. It's a little bit further out of the way. And then we have our 15-minute chart that I want to look at. So the 200 bar is right around pivot, so there's a target that we could possibly hit today. So it looks like pivot's in play. On the upside, R1's in play. And then we have our 5-minute chart, right? See our base being filled here. See the market trying to move back up into that range again. You can see our sell-off here. Roughly selling off basically from here, right? 1:50 a.m. Or is that 1:50? No, it's 1:50 yesterday afternoon. This is when I think this is the area that I caught right in here. Trying to catch that. Let me double check this here. April 23rd. So April 23rd turns. April 22nd. Oh, this is a 5-minute chart. Duh. There's the 130 area right in this. There's that. Talk about the sell-off into close, right? This is interesting little movement here. All right, so 50% retracement puts it right back at the blue line right now. We don't really need that, but we know where the market could retrace. Bringing it back to 65.88, maybe we'll see some high blue bar volume, but we see where our marks are, right? Our 5-minute chart is showing us here. And then our 15-minute chart is showing us on top of pivot right there. So right now, currently looking at a market could go 65.24 or 65.88, somewhere in that area is what we're expecting right now. So there's your two blue bars, 200 bar SMA. Market has a habit of this is your pivot point magnetism going back to pivot. You got your pivot and you got your 15-minute bar, and then you have this against. The only thing we got going up on the upside right now on this side is a 200 bar on this side, plus we have the Fibonacci retracements as well. So it's kind of like a crapshoot right now, which way the market wants to go. Probably need to see some form of volume, in my humble opinion, to make any trading decisions. All right, so that's going to do it for the morning chit chat this morning. See us trading inside that range again that we put on the charts. expecting the market to get in here. You're in that dead man's that dead man's land I was talking about now. So we will see. Once again, looking around, what time are we at right now? We're about 4 minutes prior to 8 o'clock. I might open up with a short to start with underneath this mark right here. We'll see though. I'm probably going to stand aside though until we see the 8.805 mark and find out what the range is. On a Friday, I'm not scared at all of taking on a short into Friday right at the 8 o'clock mark. Tendency of the market to sell off, but I think that 88's in play right now, 65.88 right now. So we want to see some high blue bar volume. Actually, that's what we're going to do. We want to see some high volume kicking in before we do anything. So I'd like to see a bar above 1K. A BBV, RBV, I call that blue bar volume, red bar volume. I like to see a volume bar above 1,000 before we start commencing anything today. Be back in a couple minutes. Is that working now? All right. Let me go this. Long story short, short story long of this whole conversation is find your ranges. Find things that might be a sticking point, right? So if we go back and look, we can find that we have a sticking point in the market here, back here. Now I wouldn't have mind being long, but I would prefer to be in a long against a double bottom or close to it, and then some high red bar volume or some kind of something another to make me think, okay, this market is done going down. Now, hindsight, you can look back and say, well, if I got long through here on this move, then I would be sitting prettier at this point. Honestly, I'm a better short side trader than I am a long side trader. And I'm spooked of a lot of longs because I have a tendency of getting in and then it moving against me. So some of my best long entries usually come down when we start seeing volume kicking in. So we're looking to see if there's any stops that we're going to run above this 89 mark, right? So we moved all the way back to 89, 88. Looking for sell stops here, or buy stops. Honestly, I'm looking for volume above 1,000. Remember, 65.99 was high of yesterday, and current high today is 66.19. And we're still thinking, I'm personally looking at this like we talked about early. Still looking at sell the news, right? Sell the news. Buy the rumor. And right now, we know the news is Iran. So really what I want to be is short at some point. Because I believe that we're going to run back down to that 64 handle. But market participants have got to come in. So we need to see volume. In fact, what we need to see is some big blue bar volumes kicking in. Otherwise, I'm kind of standing aside right now. Hell, we might see it after I go pick up my mom today. Be interesting. So that's what I'm a doing. All right, coming off the mic here until we see some high blue bar volume. Be back in a few. If I see it, I'll come back on the mic. All right, so we're seeing the market pull, trying to get back to that 6,600 level. Still, I'm waiting on volume to kick in on the blue side. Looks like we're going to have to get above that 6,600 level to see anything, though. Current high is 66.19. We might see something between here and 66.19 kicking in. Form a double top on the top here, so we might see, here's 19 up here, right? 66.19. We went down, so we might see something like this. Maybe this ends up being 66.15 through maybe 66.24. Maybe that's where it's going to. And then we'll have a shorting opportunity coming in. We'll see. There's your high at 66.19. So what have we done today? We got close to running the lows. We did run the low on the way down. Now it's coming up here against this high. I really didn't have an opportunity. In my humble opinion, this is a nice long setup if it had volume kicking in here. If I'd have seen something down here, volume related, I would have been all over this going up. Okay, there's our first 1,000 bar on the blue side right there. Usually they come in twos, so let's be patient here. All right, so our first opening short right now is 66.04. All things being equal right now. I would prefer to see it get higher though. I would prefer us to run the 19 mark and get some more volume kicking in. Okay, we made it back double top right now on that 14 level. Might be easier to see this way. No. All right, I believe we're going to see higher high here. Let's get rid of this. Let's see what happens above this 19 mark. See if we're Johnny on the spot. How far do we bust 19 today? Look at all the volume kicking in right through here. A bunch of hundreds go all the way through here, so there's a lot of stops to run. Look for something higher though. See, we got 152 right there at 15. Got 167 at 20 as it makes a new high. What we want to see is it shoot up here, run all these stops, and then maybe we got something. Up to 17. Up to 18. Let's see how far we bust through this 19 level if it wants to get there. Okay, one tick higher to 20. Watching, watching, watching. We'll take one shot at 17, and we're going to use the high of 21 right now. All right, got knocked out of that. There's our high volume bar right there, taking a shot at 23. We'll use this high of 29. Highest volume bars on the blue side, 2144. Let's go 3 ticks higher. This is highest volume bar now, 2144 on the blue side. We'll set up an 1, 2, 3 after this. It knocked out. $610 at 30 right there. 610, 625 sitting there at 30. Still here. I don't know what the hell's going on with the thingy, but I'm short from 23 right now. Here's 30. Look at that right there. 6630, 634. Gets above that, then we probably, I don't know where it's going to exhaust out from. All right, 66.23, a 6p down move is 65.30. I don't know how far we can move down if it does want to come down from here, but we're in. We'll see. We do have a 1, 2, 3 set up if it gets back up here again. All right, so if it does make a move down, 1p move is 66.08 from entry point. So I'm looking for a move back down to here. That'll be a 1p move from entry point. From the high, is 66.14. So roughly right in here is our break even on trade. If it does take us out, that'll be 23, it'll be a +8. A -8, -5 will be sitting about -13, -14. 632 sitting at 66.30 right there. See if that holds. Might as well take one less tick to be at where the smart money is right now. We'll try to watch where the smart money is moving on the short side. Or they're getting out. This could be a buy stop and then it's going to fire out too. I'd prefer to be at 31 though. Just take that extra tick. Because if it goes to 30 on me, I'm not part of that 633 getting eaten up right there. It's got to get through all those contracts before it runs to 31. Unless that's fake volume. Being a simulator, it'll just knock you out if it runs a stop. Doesn't usually first in, first out, right? Oh, we got a good chance. We'll see what happens here. If it gets through this, God only knows where we're going from here. Probably more high volume. We'll be kicking out some more volume. Boy, they want to eat those contracts up. You can tell they want them. 170 at 29. Okay, it did run it. Ran 31 there. Remember, what we're looking for though is 66.14, 66.08. I went back in, obviously. So it just went 32 would have kept me in right now. All right, so let's move off of the 36 up to 52 now. In fact, we'll just call it 59. Go 10 ticks off of this. 68, 69. $66.31 high. Be 16 now. Roughly break even. That's still a 1p move down at 08. So looking at the highs right now, we went 28, 29, 31. Honestly, I believe when the market falls, it's going to fall hard. All right, that's a 1p move from the highs right there, but not through it. I'd prefer to see it get down to here though. It's a little too close to break even right now. So we got this 23 right here. can be negotiated still. The 3P down move from the highs would bring it down to 65.85. So running through the 6,600 level again. So I'd like to see it move through 6,600 and below. So what do we got going on right here? We're minus 12. We get hit again, we're going to be minus 8 more. You're sitting like minus 20. There's a lot of contracts up there at that 30 level. So it's going to take, honestly, it's going to take a lot of energy to get back up here again. But if it does, I don't know where we're going on the short side. Probably give up the short, give up the trading day here. Take my losses and move on for the next trading day. All right, now we busted through there. Let's go ahead and get the break even. Hopefully we won't see 23 again. I have no idea why that's kicking me out today. No idea whatsoever why that's kicking me out, but it is. Don't really want to be at break even here. Let's just call this last trade a day and hold 31. We'll take a minus 20 day if it knocks us out. Force it to make a new high perhaps at 32. That'll be minus 9. We'll be at minus 21 on day and be done. I'll just take my licks and move on. Honestly, I'm looking for a lot further down than just where we are. Minimally speaking, I'm looking for 65.85. And then if we get to 85, I'll be protecting 6,600, 65.99. So really, the market, I'm looking for a good fall today. 64.52 is GAN today. 64.52 on the down. Boy, that would be a wonderful trade. Well, let's see if it does fall. Let's play with this for now. 64.52. How close can we get to it? 64.61. 52 plus 10. Well, I'll be $1 down from there. This gives me something to do when I'm watching this market move against me. We have 65.35 as a GAN first signal down. Let's use that. 65.37. 65.35. So that's the targets that we're hunting for. That would bring us up to 38. All right, so 65.38.41. There's our target. That was Johnny on the spot and got short at 31 there. That'd have been awesome. Maybe I get even better on my short side entries. Looking at where there's interest. There was 600 contracts sitting at 66.30. Then you see this right here, right? See the second highest volume bar kicking in on the blue side, 13.14 at 8.50. Let's be wrong at 31, I guess. Well, shit. I don't know what to do here. Be wrong at 32. Yep, let's just say let's be wrong at 32 right now. $23 plus 5 is $28. 26 plus 5 is 31. All right, so this is either the top or it's not. And if it's not, then obviously we're wrong on our thinking today. I'm going to move on to the next trading day. I'm going to go ahead and lose 10 ticks on this trade. Force the market to move to 66.33. See if this is the one that holds. Went to 23 right there. Sold off. Let's lower our loss now down to 28. We really don't want to see 23 now. This bar here, we don't want to see it again. Move into break even. All right, last trade, win or lose. We're going to be at minus 12 roughly, or better. So we're looking at a target of a GAN signal, GAN 45. That'll bring us down to 65.35. The closest I can get to 65.35, 65.38. So that is current target, 65.38. Call it 39. This is still a 1P right there at 66.08 from entry point. I'm measuring the top though. This is a 1P down move from top. I want to see if it moves 1P right now, but we're measuring the top. Next down level is 6,600. Remember what we're planning on doing. We get below 60, we get to around 65.85 or close to it. We'll be protecting around 66.01. Let's go ahead and lower our stop. Well, hey, now we're too close. Is it going to go back here and piss us off one more time? All right, let's move up. 5 over 23 is 28. We'll take a minus 17. My screen keeps knocking off. What the? I have no clue why this is kicking me out today. I apologize. I've stops at 28. That'll be a minus 17 on the day. I'm going to cut out after that. I'm not going to take any more hits today. My screen keeps, Well, I haven't lost connection at all today. It's all, unfortunately, it's something going on with the Demio today. It's really frustrating. I sent a message to them, so hopefully they'll fix it. And they'll be in to be able to, they can look in. All right, all right, all right. So last up here, 20. Let's go ahead and protect 22. I hate doing this, but hey, we're doing it. Market either is going to fall or it's not. And if it doesn't fall, let's get out. Let's go ahead and protect 2 now. Remember our plan here, get underneath 60, we'll get close to 65.85. I want to protect around 66.01, somewhere in this area. Enough to make a profit on the trading day. But I want to see it drop hard, not stop. I don't like the idea that it keeps stopping. So you got the buy people trying to stop it from getting under 66, and you got the short side trying to drop it. So there's a lot of fighting going on right here. And we might get caught in the middle of the fight. We have not officially run a 1P target yet. 66.08 is still a 1P down. Just protect 22. Honestly, if it'll fall, it can fall quickly our favor. Oh, geez whiz. What's the difference between minus 12 and minus 11 with contracts? Just not take a hit. All right, so what I'm spooked of right now is this. Run back up to here and then come back down. One of those pissant type of trading thing. We officially have not been 1P yet from entry point. We need to get to 66.08. It's stair stepping down. This is spooking me. My apologies for the screen to keep kicking out. I don't know why. There's 6608. My apologies for all that crap that's going on and behind the scenes, but I don't know why it's doing that today. I did switch routers, but that shouldn't have changed. You can see me debating between 21 and 23. It's like, how close do I want to be to the market? I got to tell myself I'm done after this because I'll just keep pushing the button and I'll lose a lot more money here. It runs me out. So now it's just a matter of, do I just want to be at break even here at a minus 12 plus commission costs? Not really a good down move at all right there yet. But we're trying to go down on the up though, right? And this might end up being an up day all day. This is probably the best chance for it to come down right now. I mean, not right now, but when we were up there at the 31 level. All right, can it push down from here? Ugh. Let's think about this. This market gets above 23, 31's in target, right? We have a new pattern then. We got right now we have lower high pattern against that 31 that's trying to hold. It gets above here, spikes above, then that's up. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think the top's in. I just don't want to. I don't want to be protecting it at 31. Because to be wrong, this market's going to go up really hard. And right now, it looks like a market that's going to fire out a lot higher than 31 if it goes up. Man, that's just pissing me off today. I don't know how many times that is, but share my screen has been sucky today. Went to 22. There's 23, 24. So what do we know? The market went down a 1p from entry and then it went up. Really not selling off at this point yet. You have a high of 31. I prefer to see it get up here to 31 or close to it to see what's there. That's what they're doing right now. They're going back up here trying to find out what's up here. There's a fake out entry at 21. I don't like that. Not right now. I think 31's in play still. All right, let's stop this video here in case I